Merry almost Christmas. And why not do another episode, right? I don't have any script. I don't have any I have some points, some things I want to talk about definitely. But let's do this. Let's start out. I was going to do a Charlie Kirk part 3. Okay, because this week has been weird as fuck. First off, let's start during the weekend. I was noticing a constant campaign against Candace Owens to shut her up, to make her look stupid, to have people disavow her, turn against her. And it was just too obvious that I had to point it out. So, Turning Point USA, who was where Charlie Kirk owned the nonprofit, and Erica Kirk, Charlie's wife, and they were kind of going back and forth. They were going to meet, blah, blah, blah. So before they meet, Barry Weiss gets her on CBS, the new owner or whatever of CBS that David Ellison put there. I think I'm getting her name right, Barry Weiss. Very, very uninteresting reporter. But she does an interview with Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife. And this interview is more scripted than Kamala Harris and Oprah. I mean, seriously, it was embarrassing. She was not basically, she was defending herself on not killing her husband. It's like, damn, what kind of PR team do you have? And then she told Candace Owens to stop. And she said she condemns anti-Semitism and talked about how much Charlie loved the Shabbat. And it was just really embarrassing. That's all I got to say about that. So the next day, Candace Owens meets her in a hotel room. And this is yesterday. She comes out, does a show. She says they learn things from each other. She's not going to stop talking about it. And, yeah, I'm kind of on her side, man. I think she's telling the truth. I think it looks to me like she does have evidence with these planes. It just sounds so crazy. Egyptian planes and the French runway and mercenaries and the plot to kill her and them following around. But this world is crazy. It's crazy. And the way that she's getting pushed back so hard right now is making me think that she's not lying. She definitely doesn't need the money. Her husband has money. She has money. She doesn't need the money or views. And I think she might be on the surface or at least somewhere in the right direction here. A direction that they do not want her to be near. But they are not playing this the right way. This reminds me of the Democrats and Trump. And man, it was just a Streisand effect constantly. Arrest him and he get more popular. And it's like, God, who knows? And now the new rumor going around is Trump's a Jew, that Trump changed his religion. I don't know if it's true or not. There's a Mark Levin reel saying that you're the first Jewish president, Donald Trump. And he's like, yeah, I am. I don't know. Well, it looks like he actually did a speech tonight. He lied. The majority of the speech just said how we're in gas is cheaper than it's ever been. Groceries are going down. And it's like, no, they're not. Um, what else did he say? The only one good thing I have to give him credit for is he shut the border. But not that many people are getting out of the country. That's the thing. They're not letting out those numbers. And the White House is saying an amount, but Homeland Security is not letting out the quarterly numbers, which is shady. And I think it's about 300,000, something about that. So at that rate, it's not even a million. And I don't even think he really wants them all out that bad anymore. I think they made some type of deal or something. Yeah, so the dude lied for about 15 minutes, how great he is. And then from there, oh yeah, the only good thing he did do, he gave the vets a raise. which is awesome. But it's probably because he's starting some new war like Venezuela, and hopefully not Iran, and who knows what else before this guy's out of office. Who knows? Hopefully we won't be in martial law. And who knows, man? I gotta say, he was better than the alternative, but yeah, only president that has ever affected my life. My insurance has went up 3x, which thank God I can afford, but there's families that can't, and it's a shame, man. And I almost would have felt better if in his little speech he would have said, we're going through some hard times right now. The last administration that left me in a mess. I know it's rough, but it's going to get better. At least have some honesty. Now we're doing the best we're doing da 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 da. While you're debasing the currency and making billions, literally. Both his sons have X'd their net worth this year. Dude, the amount of money they made is ridiculous, that family. And it just makes me think, like, damn, where's the America First? Where? Where? I gotta say, I'm happy that Candace is still going. I wish James O'Keefe would get involved in this one, but this is, I don't think she's lying, man. She's reputable. This could ruin her whole career. I mean, really. I don't think she would do that. She's not just some podcaster that needs, an extra couple $100. So it's going to be curious to see because it's an outrageous story and it is not over with yet. Not over with yet. They're going to keep trying to push it. Push it. Dave Rubin, I never knew he was gay, by the way. I was hearing Milo, I'm watching Milo and Tucker Carlson right now in an interview. Milo, gay as fuck, but he says he doesn't do it anymore because it's evil. Yeah. But yeah, Dave Rubin, didn't know. But yeah, so since Trump has been president, the border's shut. Happy about that. Besides that, gas has maybe went down a little bit. Food is going up still. Homes are still highest they've ever been. Um, all those executive orders of him signing all those papers, I think he got 5 things done, 5 actual bills passed. And the big, beautiful one is going to hurt a lot more than people realize it. Just wait until January. Wait until January. And I hope it doesn't. But man, what else is going on? What else is going on? So there is a nationwide Adderall shortage. You probably got some people sleeping this week. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, I gotta say, man, I'm still leaning towards there's no way it was Tyler Robinson. I'm leaning towards you know where. And my opinion has not changed. That's where I'm leaning. And it is weird how certain people aren't, like Fuentes. And with all the evidence that doesn't fit with Robinson, still, he's choosing Robinson and has this weird obsession with Candace Owens. It's like, stop. Really has me wonder if he's a Fed. Right now, everyone's a Fed. It's like no one could trust anyone. It's really weird. It's like people are saying Candace is a Fed because Spotify would never let her get one to number one, talking about that. Or Nick Fuentes is a Fed and he's really showing for Israel and da da da. Elon Musk is calling Fuentes a Fed. It's like, damn, everyone's a Fed here, huh? Yeah, that's the new word these days. The internet's got us all going crazy, man. Christmas is coming. It's coming. And this Christmas, what we're going to say, I might have a surprise this Christmas. on what I'm going to do. It might not be with family this year. It all depends. Me and my nephew, we did go to New York, and it was cool, but it didn't work out the way that we both thought it would work out. You know, he's young, man. And, you know, it's hard sometimes because his IQ is so high. So talking to him, it's like you're hanging out with someone, you know, but he's 16. So emotionally, he's young, and something pissed him off, and he's been making a big deal about it, and I did too. But yeah, we'll see what happens this Christmas. If it's not going to be with family, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go down to Del Rey, and I'm going to hang out with some of my old friends down there. When I used to run a Grace Street ministry, see who's out there on Christmas and see who wants to chill and eat, and we'll see where God leads it. You know, it's his birthday. Jesus Christ is King. And I do not mean that in any bad way. So, speaking of bad ways, the Diddy documentary dropped on Netflix, and this is the one 50 Cent produced. It is nothing that we don't already know, but it's just like, oh my God, this fucking freak, you know? And yeah, Diddy actually made a documentary about, no, 50 actually made a documentary about Diddy. And it's called, what is it called? Let me pull it up. It's like Ragged or something like, I'll tell you, man, I hope I don't spoil it, but I have to say, because even before I watched this documentary, I thought this, but in my opinion, Diddy, it's not over yet. Also, in my opinion, he definitely is behind the murder of Tupac and Biggie. And that's just my opinion. The guy was definitely an evil dude, a savage, and you could see it in his eyes. Okay, Diddy documentary. Just like you could see it in Erica Kirk's eyes. I don't know what it is, but there's something there that's just not right. It's not right. And I was in prison 7 years. 7 years, I maybe met three people that just walk in the dorm and you just feel a sense of evil that you could just see in their eyes, and they have an aura about them. And 7 years, maybe three people. But Diddy and Erica Kirk, something going on with those eyes, man. You could see. All right, 50 Cent's Diddy documentary continues Netflix dominance. It is at #1 right now. And what is it called? Let me hear something crazy. There's footage that 50 got where they're in the hotel room before he goes to jail when Diddy's in New York. And I guess Diddy was going to film a documentary. He had a cameraman there, and he never paid the dude. So he ends up going to jail, and 50 gets the footage. Yeah, it's always the rich people never want to pay. Okay, it is called The Reckoning. The Reckoning, the P. Diddy documentary. So let's make a bet right now. You guys think he'll be out at the end of his sentence, or is he going to get hooked for something else before he gets out? I'm going to say he gets hooked again before he gets out. Do you think that Candace Owens is going to stop before she points out who she really believes without a doubt killed Charlie Kirk? I believe she's going to keep going as well. And there's going to be a lot of pushback. But this should be interesting. Same with this whole Brigitte Macron thing. Just to see if it is. I mean, my heart's telling me that's a dude. Everything about it. It's a dude. But if it's not, Candace's career is probably going to be gone, along with a lot of that cash. And with that being said, I watched, what was the movie? The Conjuring last night. And I don't watch scary movies too much anymore because I'm a pussy, but it scared the shit out of me. Good movie, Conjuring Last Rites. It's 11:47. I am out, y'all. And we have an awesome podcast coming with Emma. We're going to be doing some poetry. And I am going to try to hit you all with an extra 4 to 5 this season before the new year. Much love.